Hi there, it's Dr. Amanda Noelle.
And Jack Rousseau.
And this video is about twin flame telepathy. You just read my mind, oh my God. Actually, we had a really intense experience yesterday that I wanted to share with you as an example of the power of twin flame love and the power of using telepathy to call in what you want and also tell the universe, no, I don't want that, and follow your intuition.
So yesterday we were on the freeway and there was lots of loud engines like that one right there. And I saw this really weird looking car drive by me. Amanda was about a half mile ahead of me.
Like really weird, like it had a chop top, like instead of windows usually being, 2 feet, it was like a quarter of a foot, like between the base of the car and the top of the car, and it was black like a Batmobile and like dark looking, like bad. Well, I
think it was a Cadillac or something, but it had a shortened like roof. It was the weirdest car I've ever seen, so it really got my attention. And it was clearly driving really like kind of out of control. And I was like, I don't like that car. Something's going on there. That's weird. And about a minute later, I saw it drive all the way up right in front of Amanda's car. And within a few seconds, I just intuitively felt like, oh, like that's my baby. Like I'm gonna send them love, and I'm gonna send Archangel Michael, because I got this like instant thing, like, oh, something might happen. I'm gonna send Archangel Michael. And within, I think like 10 seconds, I saw this smoke start to happen in front of Amanda's car, and I knew it. I knew that car just like went out of control, and
it was like out of a movie. Like it was so interesting to experience it in slow motion. I felt like angelic guidance there. Separate, like I told Jack about my experience afterwards. We were in 2 different cars. We were carpooling down from up from San Diego to the Bay Area. We're moving to Central America and putting stuff in storage and visiting some family before we go. Anyways, so there's this crazy experience that he had on his end, I had on my end, and it saved my life. And
why don't you explain what happened
so
from your end specifically?
I was driving through 65 mile an hour traffic in Los Angeles. It had been very, very slow, and it happened like exactly at the end of this really awesome podcast. And I was like, oh, like I better pay attention to the road. Like I got this download, like, okay, it's time to pay attention to the road. The podcast is over.
So it was like your higher self, like
I just
talking
like this
with you.
veil of like, before I'd been kind of distracted. I was like really into this podcast, and I felt this energy like come around me, and there was this black car that came around, and it was that weird looking thing. And I was like, oh, like I shouldn't be judgmental about people's car choice. Like what do I know? Don't judge people. Oh. But I just like looked at it and I was like, bad, evil, dark, no. Like it wasn't even language. It was just like, those were the downloads I was getting. And I was like, I felt like almost sick to my stomach, like energetically. It wasn't anything real. It was just like, no. So what happened is, I was in pretty bumper to bumper fast traffic, 65 miles an hour, and it was in front of me. And I decided to go into the next lane over, in the faster lane over to the left, and the car was driving totally normally. Like at that point, I don't know if you saw it swerve. I don't think it had swerved yet. It was driving like everybody else, 65 an hour, nice and smooth. And all of a sudden it started making screeching noises, like kind of swiveling, or I don't know, doing this weird thing. And like the brakes had been slammed on, and it spun around immediately, screeching, making like horrible noises. And it ended up in oncoming traffic. We're all like trying to screech to a stop. I started hitting my horn, so in case anybody behind me, there wouldn't be like bumper to bumper traffic. And I was just like, I literally called in an guardian angel. I was like, gold god angels, like now. And there was smoke coming out from inside the car, from outside of the car. The people in there hit against the side rail. Not very hard though. It was almost as if like they slowed down just in time to get like a light tap. Nobody seemed to be hurt. I don't know. I called 911 afterwards. But what I do know is that if I hadn't changed lanes, I would have definitely hit that car very fast on the freeway, since I was right behind it. And if I hadn't followed my intuition to slow down a little bit, go to the next lane, it would have been really, really bad.
Mm-hmm. Very strange scenario. I intuitively feel those guys were trying to kill themselves and take someone with them.
Yeah.
It was very
And Jack said that
bad.
Afterwards, and I could feel that.
Energy.
It felt like, I mean, we talk about the Illuminati and dark and evil and demons, and we've just done a video about clearing demons, and it really felt like darkness trying to take me out. And I know, like, as a baby, I fell 3 times, like there was this energy possibly following me. And I'm at this point where I'm wanting to be with my twin flame and create a whole lot of service on the planet, and create a New Earth Eco Village, and expand our university, and give lots of resources to people that don't have resources. And it felt like an inner fear in me of like, I can't deliver that. Like Jesus got killed. Like, why can I, like, you know, help out or something? Like, it was like this intense subconscious thing. And afterwards I was just in tears, and Jack, I called him on the phone. I was like, oh my God, something crazy happened. Please pull off with me. And super supportive. But I just wanted to like bring it back to you guys of twin flame telepathy and telepathy in general, and how to use that. So calling on the angels. Yeah,
it's basically your higher self communicating, and just trusting that guidance and that intuition when it happens, and just go with it. And I sent Archangel Michael, and I think obviously you received that message, and you felt the intuition.
Oh,
as well.
I felt this like slowing of time, slowing of molecules. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like the air got thick and light at the same time. Time slowed down. I felt this nothing could happen to me energy, even though I was like, this could be very bad, you know, I might die right now. It was like, all I could think about was like, angels come now. Like, you are here, you're here now. It was really, really beautiful and scary at the same time. And it wasn't until like I got off the freeway exit that I was like, like sobbing, like, oh my God, my intuition and Archangel Michael just saved my life. And
yeah. So guys, trust your intuition. Even if it doesn't make sense, go with it, especially if it feels like a true intuitive gut feeling. Just go with it.
One of the things that I know you're watching this video because you want to learn about twin flame telepathy, and we've had a lot of telepathic experiences. I've been even getting to the point where I'm like, I know Jack is upstairs eating chocolate right now because I can taste it in my mouth, and really cool experiences like that. Just knowing, like, I think Jack might be pissed off at me, even though he's not saying anything and his body language doesn't say anything. It's just like this feeling, and then I'll be like, babe, like, I'm wanting to know, like, if you're mad at me, and he's just like, I'm just processing something, and then we'll, you know, it's really cool. But with twin flame telepathy, I really want to impart to you that it's not about trying to call in your twin flame with this, like, come to me now energy. Like, that's fine if you're single and you're trying to call in your twin flame. That's natural. But what I would like you to focus on is, how can my twin flame telepathy that you already have, it's already cultivated, it's natural, it's divinely gifted to you, within you, how can you use that to make the world a better place? And that's really where this near-death experience yesterday, it brought me into this, like, if we could go now anytime, like, what's really important? And like, I'm not wearing makeup to this video. Like, I feel so called to change the planet. in the biggest way possible. And that's really what I want Twin Flame Telepathy to be around the world. Instead of this narcissistic, like, I want my twin flame so that I can be like awesome in my life. And it's normal, like we have our own selves, and it's important to self-care and to be happy, and that's such a beautiful gift to the world. And I think we're coming to a point where we're beyond that, and we're really in a place of like becoming the angels and giving back to those who need that, as we have once needed it and still do need it.
And there's a need for more and more angels in the world, as many as possible. Anyways, I think this video, we've said our points, and if you guys enjoyed it, please subscribe. Tell them about the new moon.
Yeah, we always like to let our video followers know about a new moon rock the cow ceremony that's for divine feminine entrepreneurs and leaders to help you grow your online business, clarify and follow your goals for the 28-day moon, as well as use the sacred raw chocolate magic of the cow spirit. So go ahead and opt in for that event at aphroditeuniversity.org/new moon, which is the link below. And we'll see you soon.
Namaste. Namaste.
Go.